Blackpool. For those of you who've never heard of Blackpool, it's a seaside resort in the north of England. So it has illuminations, arcade, beach entertainment, that kind of thing. Proper old English seaside resort. So sorry I haven't posted any videos for a while. I've had a really nasty back injury and I've not been able to even drive, to be honest, which is why Alex is driving the car tonight. We've been on Google Earth and we've recce'd what look like a couple of good spots, so we're going to check those out tonight. Hopefully we can get a space there and hopefully we get a nice quiet night's sleep. So see you when we get to Blackpool. Right turn shortly, and then that takes us into the South Promenade.
This right here?
Yeah, that's the one. We've arrived at Blackpool and we're just trying to find our stealth camping space for the night. It looks as though it's quite quiet tonight, so hopefully we can get our free parking space. I think we are somewhere around here. Can you see?
The carousel?
No, a place called the Headlands. I think there's a little bit of car parking. I think there's a little bit of freebie car parking behind it.
Is it on the right or the left?
Yeah, it's somewhere on the right. I think we're coming up to it now. This is our parking here.
Is it this?
Yeah, that's our space. We'll just loop around the back. Loop around the back. We found our parking spot for the night. Looks really, really empty and it looks quite quiet. So I think what we'll do, we'll park up for 5 minutes, get our bearings, just recce the area to make sure there's nothing dodgy going on, like doggers or gangs hanging around or anything like that, but it does look quite quiet here, so fingers crossed this will be okay. Take that right turn there, yeah. Maybe bang it in behind that Fiesta there. Yeah.
I think I like the other one better. The other side of the road.
We'll loop back if you want.
What do you think?
Not really got a nice feel about it. This looks quite industrialised and it looks a little bit like Assault on Precinct 13 for those of you who've seen the film. So I think what we might do is we might go and park on the quieter end. So let's head back out.
Yeah, I get that now.
Anyway you like, left or right?
Even there in front of that car.
Yeah, go for it.
Just these feel a bit newer. What do you think to that?
Looks alright. Yeah, looks alright. Is that a hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're in our spot. Yeah, so we've got our spot. Looks fairly quiet. Don't think we'll get much bother here tonight, hopefully. It's right opposite the hotel, so we shouldn't have any problems with doggers or people hanging around or anything like that. How's it look?
Yeah, looks okay to me.
Yeah, okay.
I'll just check I've got the back of it in the space and manage to park on the car.
Alex
Yeah,
doesn't
fine.
normally. Alex doesn't normally drive my car, so she's a little bit worried about parking it, but it's not that big, to be honest. Just do us then?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Works for me.
So we were debating whether we were going to cook something in the car tonight. It's really cold, to be honest, and I can't be bothered. I'm going to see if we can just get something like a takeaway or something like that. Yeah, so that sound good to you?
Yeah, works for me.
Yeah, let's go then, come on. So there's our space there. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a walk up the promenade and we're going to try and get a takeaway, and we'll maybe bring it back to the car if it's not too far and eat it on the benches. But yeah, looks pretty quiet to me. Should we head off then?
Yeah.
Take a little walk.
Let's go.
Just reminds me we need to put the Christmas tree up. I used to come here when I was younger, sort of my parents used to bring us along and it was always really exciting for us. But now, sort of 30 years later, you kind of look and you go, it's not really that interesting, but I'm sure we'll find something to do.
Hey, I like it.
So we've had a slight change of plan. We started to walk up the promenade to find a takeaway, and when we checked our map we realised the nearest takeaway was probably a good mile and a half away. Because it's really cold tonight, we wanted to eat in the car, so we've decided just to drive out to Subway, because Alex has got to go to Subway vouchers, and then we'll have a Subway in the car. We'll drive back and then we'll try and get our stealth camp spot again. So
I think it's just on this road basically, so let them see that.
yeah. Just need any money?
Yeah. Should I go in the back of my phone? Where does it go? Yes.
You lost your bank card?
Yeah.
Alex has lost the bank card.
Oh wait, hang on a sec. No, I haven't.
Every time we get food she tries that on and I always end up paying.
I'll see you in a minute.
Alright. Good luck. So we are somewhere, I'm not exactly sure where, down the road from our stealth camping spot. Alex has got a voucher for 2 Subways or something like that, so we're going to use it tonight because I think it runs out in a couple of days, so we're just going to get a Subway. We're going to head back to our spot. Hopefully it's still there. I've just realised we're in a paying display zone here, so in theory we should be buying a parking ticket, but she's only going to be gone for about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm mulling around the car looking like I'm going to buy a ticket just in case the traffic warden comes past, but I can't see any sign of anyone, to be honest. There is a guy over there, looks like he's checking windscreens. If he comes over I'll just say, yeah, I'm looking for some change, and then we'll jump back in the car and drive off. Right, let's go back to our parking spec. This is paying display.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, so we'll have to move.
Alright, so do you want to keep holding that then?
Yeah, okay.
Keys. Any parking attendants come round?
No, I saw the guy who was checking. No, I saw the guy who was looking at windscreens, and I thought he was a parking warden, but I'm not sure he was. So I just kind of mulled around. I just kind of mulled around the car for a couple of minutes just to look like I was going to buy a ticket. Right, our space is still free. Cool. Our space is still free. Happy days, happy days. Oh, it's not a dogger, is it, already?
There's someone else looking for free parking.
I'm hoping that's not a dogger. Whenever I see a car driving slowly now, tapping its brake lights, I just get really paranoid now. Now he's gone. I think he's lost. He's gone. Oh, thank God for that. Are they foot longs?
Yeah.
Really? Alex has gone and bought 2 foot long Subways. Now there's no way I'm going to eat that tonight because I'll never sleep. So I might just snip that in half and keep half my lunch tomorrow.
Right, that's mine, steak and cheese. And there's your
Meatball
marinara.
Meatball marinara.
Glasses floating, so.
Diet Pepsi Max. My sponsors, Diet Coke, won't be too happy about me drinking Pepsi Max. Sorry about that, Diet Coke. If Pepsi Max are watching and they'd like to sponsor me, just send me an email and I'll see if I can work out a deal. How's it?
So nice.
Look at that meatball marinara. Marinara. What is it?
Marinara.
Marinara.
Shut up.
I can't say it. I can't say. I can't pronounce it. Marinara. I can't say.
Marinara?
Marinara.
No, marinara.
Marinara.
Yeah.
Marinara. You know when you get a word that you just cannot say, no matter how many times you try. Marinara. I don't know. Anyway, I best eat before it goes cold.
Nice. Still warm.
Yeah, nice and hot, lovely. Awesome. I'm gonna end up in a mess though. All over me. All over my new jacket probably. Absolutely demolished that meatball marinara.
Close enough, yeah.
Yeah, marinara, that's right, isn't it? I feel like
You had the whole foot long as well, so much for only 8 and 6 inches.
So again?
You'd had the whole foot long too. I thought you were only going to eat half.
Yeah, I thought to myself, I thought I'll only eat half of that, and then when I got through it, it was mostly bread and salad. So I just basically picked off the bready and salady bits and just went straight for the meatballs. So whenever we eat in the back of the car like this, it feels like we're kind of like cops on a stakeout or something like that. We just sat in the back of the car, just like waiting for something to happen. It's a pretty weird feeling, to be honest. So what time is it now?
20 past 6.
20 past 6. It feels like 10 o'clock at night, but because it's going dark so early in the UK, it goes dark about 4 PM now. We've probably got about 3 hours to kill before we go to bed, so what we're going to do is take a walk up, have a look at the lights, maybe walk off 3 or 4 of those meatballs, so I'll get a bit of a better sleep tonight. So we'll go and get some fresh air and we'll see you in a minute. Just taking a nice little walk on the promenade. It's absolutely freezing cold tonight, so should be interesting trying to get some sleep tonight.
I've got about 20 layers on. Like 3 pairs of leggings, 2 pairs of socks, a bit of tights.
Excuse me, do you mind taking a photo?
Vinny, take a photo.
Yeah, come on, do you want that?
Is that alright? Yeah. Come get a photo taken.
A lovely little walk along to see Blackpool Lights there. Not as impressive as I remember when I was a kid, to be honest. I think it used to be much bigger, or maybe I was much smaller, I'm not 100% sure, but I think they're really aimed at motorists now rather than pedestrians, so you're supposed to drive through them in about 5 minutes, so they're a little bit underwhelming, to be honest. So it's about 8:30 now, so I think what we are going to do is we're going to nip into a pub and maybe get a beer and warm up. We do have a bottle of Prosecco in the car still, but given where we're parked, we're going to save it again for another night. I think it's going to become a bit of a running gag, this bottle of Prosecco, because we may not be able to have it till we go out next summer really, but we'll keep bringing it with us, and I'm sure we'll find a good spot for it. So there's a little pub right by the car, so I think we're going to nip in, because it's absolutely freezing cold tonight. It's close to 0 degrees, so I think we're going to nip into the pub, get a coffee or maybe a pint, warm up a little bit, and then we're going to bed in for the night. So let's go and find this pub and I'll see you in a minute. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers everybody. Nice. So the car's a couple of streets away. To be honest, it's a little bit cold out there. It's near 0 degrees and this is the coldest it's ever been when we've camped. So we were just walking past this pub and we spotted the lovely fire here. Don't know whether you can see that nice fire there. Just a quick shout out as well to you guys who've bought us a drink or bought us a coffee through the Buy Me Coffee page. Really appreciate that. And a special shout out to Paul who bought us a number of drinks. So thanks Paul, hope you're watching, and cheers for the drinks. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you. So we're hoping that the people around the fire are going to shift soon, so we can get a nice warm up in front of the fire. In fact, I might just bring my blankets in from the car and just see if I can stealth camp under the blankets in the pub. The car has got no heating whatsoever apart from obviously running the engine for a bit. We don't have any proper heating in there. It's not really a camper van, it's just an MPV really, and we just slide the boot jump in it to turn it into a stealth camper. So hopefully it's not too cold tonight. We've got plenty of gear, we've got a few blankets, we've got sleeping bags as well. Worst case scenario, we can sleep fully clothed, so hopefully it's not too bad. It is getting very, very cold outside tonight. Like I say, it's pretty close to 0 degrees, if not 0 already, so it'll be interesting to see how cold it is, so we'll give it a go later. Or we might just stay in the pub as long as we can until we get booted out. Maybe stopping at the pub wasn't such a good idea. We've just got caught in an absolutely torrential downpour, and we're just taking shelter somewhere about half a mile from the car, so we've still got to get back. We were thinking of phoning the taxi from the pub, but probably not worth the bother, so we're just going to wait for this rain to go off slightly. Pretty nasty, to be honest. Horrible, horrible. We've absolutely no idea how far the car is, and I can't be bothered getting my phone out to check. So it's somewhere down in that general direction over there. By the time we get there, we'll be absolutely soaking wet, so we'll probably have to start the engine and just try and dry off. We've got to the point where we're now so wet, can't even be bothered running, to be honest. I don't know why we didn't bring an umbrella. Never mind. There it is. There is the car.
Taking your jacket off now.
Thank God. I'm just going to shake my jacket off.
I think I'll shake mine off as well while the horse is sitting on top.
So we are absolutely drenched.
Pom-pom's soaking.
Yeah. So, let's see.
It's like a drowned rat on your head.
That's dead. That's absolutely dead. Right. I think we're going to go for a quick drive to the Tesco, just to pick up some breakfast for the morning, because we haven't really brought anything with us. So I'm just going to grab a box of cornflakes or something like that,
Crunchy
and some milk. Oh, crunchy nut. There you go. Yeah. Normal cornflakes not good enough, obviously. So I'm just going to warm up the car basically, and we'll dry ourselves off.
This is going to be one of these where it's like on the main street.
Possibly. We're completely lost. Go left, go right. Go left, do a U-turn, come back up here, turn right. All this for a box of cornflakes.
Crunchy nuts.
Alex is quite happy to drive about 20 miles for a box of crunchy nut cornflakes.
I like food.
I'll just starve. I'm not bothered. I'll have a cup of tea. This is what happens when you have a pint.
And you in charge of directions.
Yeah, and I do directions. See, in the next video, Alex can do directions and I'll drive. It seems to work better that way. The dynamic seems to be a bit better. We're just driving around aimlessly now. Right, we've got our crunchy nuts for the morning, so time to go into stealth mode and get ready for bed. It can be a little bit complicated to get this car into sleeping mode, or bed mode as we call it, but we've kind of worked out a few contortionist tricks to do it. It's obviously nowhere near the size of a full-size camper van, but for what we need it for, which is basically one-night stopovers, which is primarily what we use it for, it's absolutely fantastic. It's just the right size. So a few people ask me, what do we do about the toilet in the middle of the night? And it's a bit of a sensitive subject, to be honest. Obviously, toileting in camper vans, especially in something this small. Ordinarily, I use one of those pee bottles, and I'll take it and I'll just nip to the back and do my business type of thing, if you know what I mean. But tonight we've decided to treat ourselves, so we've got one of these things. It's one of these Aldi camping loos. Cost us about £30. And it fits exactly in the space between the back of the boot jump and the boot, so nice little piece of kit. So
Flushable as well.
Yeah, it's really good, isn't it? Yeah, it's got a flushing as well, so you can actually flush it. So I think what we're going to do is start taking this out with us, because it just makes a little bit more sense. It's just easier to use, especially for Alex, because otherwise I don't know what she does. She needs to go on a bus, or she has to squat around the corner or something like that. I know a few of the guys expressed a bit of concern for Alex, saying it must be a nightmare for her going for a pee, but we've now sorted that out, so we can just use that going forward. So it's pretty good. 30 quid, you can't go wrong really. So yeah, hopefully it'll be good. I'm sure I'll get an opportunity to test it tonight anyway. Tonight we've got blankets, we've got our sleeping bags as well, so hopefully that should be enough to keep us warm, and if necessary we'll just go to sleep dressed basically. So we'll see how it goes tonight. You can't really see it very well, but it is a very, very grim night, that, to be honest. It's an absolutely horrible night for stealth camping. The rain's just pounding on the roof. You can probably hear it on the camera, it's quite bad. We're just going to see how it goes and get some sleep.
Seems fairly quiet around here though tonight, so fingers crossed we get some sleep.
Yeah, it's very quiet. It is very quiet, yeah. The reason I think it's very quiet as well, it's absolutely torrential outside, so most people aren't venturing out, so I guess there'll be not too much dogging in the area tonight. Hopefully we get a good night's skip. Right folks, so we're going to turn in. So have a good evening, morning, afternoon, or wherever time you're watching this, and we'll see you in the morning.
Night.
Night. Let's have a look, see.
So wet.
Yeah, it looks like a horrible day. Morning folks, how's it going? Had a really pleasant sleep there, very quiet, just a couple of cars going past in the night. Really good spot this. Yeah, a few people walking past now. A lot of moisture on the car. I did crack the windows, but didn't really make much difference. So we've got a few cars parked up behind us now as well. Yeah, what can I say? Really good spot. There's our free parking sign over there. Yeah, good nice skip there. So I think it's time for some breakfast. Yeah, today's video is sponsored by Kellogg's Crunchy Nut Cornflakes. The very best cereal for stealth camping, car camping and wild camping in general. Thanks Kellogg's, that'll be £5 please, cheers. Alright.
Yeah, I've got a teaspoon for the drinks as well.
Cool. Sponsored by Options Belgian chocolate. Also sponsored today by Yorkshire tea. Nice hot brew to wake you up after. Ooh, that's nice.
Oh.
Strong, very strong tea that. Nice.
Can I just hold the cup?
Just wanted to say guys as well, thank you very much for 950 subs. I've just passed 950 subs yesterday I think, probably a little bit higher now, so thanks to all you guys for subscribing to the channel, I really appreciate it. If you're watching this and you enjoy the content, click the subscribe button, see if you can get me past the magical 1k. Again, thanks very much for watching the videos, really appreciate your support, really appreciate those people who are buying me coffees and financially supporting the channel. Thanks very much, and I'll do my best to get as much content out as I can when my back heals properly. So we're just chucking the car back into MPV mode, packing up the boot jump. As soon as we're already parked up today, I think we're going to head into Blackpool itself. We're going to walk along the promenade and we're going to visit the winter gardens and just have a mooch around the Christmas markets. So we decided to stop in for a coffee, get a bit of a warm up, and then we're going to head into the Christmas markets in Blackpool. So that's us done for today. So Thanks for watching, folks. Appreciate it.